Have you ever felt really excited about someone? Maybe a job candidate you think can transform your business, or a date that could be the one, but then just get crickets when you actually meet the person in person? Today's technology makes it especially easy to get caught up in the trap of thinking we know somebody better than we do, or starting a relationship when in reality we haven't even begun. And sometimes we even have an idea about a person who's actually already in our life, and then we're shocked when they do something unexpected, maybe even seemingly hurtful, because we were never really present to who they were, what they were going through, what they were feeling and desiring. Just last weekend, I was talking to a friend of mine who's been internet dating, and for the past year, every few months, keep hearing about new guys she's met online, has been texting, and maybe have a phone call or two, and he's really excited about meeting them. And then every single time hear that just fizzled out in person. And this reminds me of experiences I had myself when I was dating. And what happens is that there's a real energy between us when we're in person. It's real, tangible, palpable energy if you open yourself up to it. And there's a small amount of that on the phone, but there's really none of that in text or email. And the longer we go from meeting someone, actually being with them in person, the more our brain will fill in various details and expectations, details which become hard for the real person to actually live up to. And this is the same thing as I mentioned earlier, when we're not really present to the people who are in our life, whether they're team members at work or they're somebody we're already dating or in a relationship with. If we're not present to what they're actually going through, then we don't know who they are. Because the fact is that people change. People change over time. They change their goals, they change their values, and day to day they have stuff going on that can make them more open or more sensitive or more afraid or more vulnerable, or more defensive. You have to relate to who the person is in front of you, in your presence, right there and then, not maybe who they were or who you thought they should be. So what's the solution? Well, when we're talking about somebody that we don't really know yet, you've got to really shorten the cycle. You've got to reduce that chit chat from the first time we make contact until we actually meet in person. You want to have that real energy, that communicable energy in person before you start getting into lots of conversation and revelations and interest, because it's really just so crucial. Number two, you've got to know the top 2 or 3 things you're looking for, and maybe the 1 or 2 things that you definitely don't want in that person. Again, whether you're talking about a job candidate or a possible spouse or relationship partner. You don't want there to be too many details. It's easy to get lost in it. Definitely, you want to think about that in terms of a guidepost. But this brings us to number 3. You want to be open. You want to keep an open mind, because you never really know who's going to cross a path. Somebody might not fit this exact bill that we had of what we thought we wanted, but they might be amazing in these different ways. They might even be more amazing in aggregate. You don't want to get starry-eyed, right? You don't want to be overly optimistic, let just anybody in, but you want to be open to the possibilities that are there. In business, you want to be open for candidates who can help you in ways that maybe you weren't initially looking for, maybe even ways you never even considered. Especially those that can grow into amazing team members, maybe even partners in your business. And in love, like I said, you might have a very detailed idea of what you want. Certainly, I've been there myself. But it's really kind of what you think you want. You've got to be open. The only reason that my wife and I are married is because I was able to step outside of my very, very, very long list of details of what I wanted and focus on what was really important to me. And as a result, I've got a sensitive, smart, and beautiful partner who's also challenged and helped me grow in ways that I didn't expect. So how does that apply to you? How can that help you right now? Whether you're looking to grow your business, whether you're looking to grow your love life, or maybe even improve the relationship that you're in because it feels like you've grown apart. Maybe you feel like you don't recognize the person you're with anymore. Where have you not been present? Where have you taken things for granted? Where have you kind of filled in the blanks in ways that maybe really weren't real? Take this information, apply it to your relationships, and professionally and personally, and really take off and soar. If you're interested in an absolutely free relationship course that I offer, just go to my website, www.guyardito.com, enter your name and email, and be right on its way. That's GUYARDITO.com. Enter your name and email, and you'll be getting it probably within just a few minutes you can get started. So that's all for now. Until next time, remember, live in love.